Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, everyone, I'm super excited that we're finally getting to talk because I feel like I've been following your career for so many years, and you were just here in the Bay not that long ago. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you making the time.
Well, you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be talking to you finally too.
Yeah, and so with you being here just not that long ago, it was actually just last month. The days kind of just go so quick now. But just wanted to kind of see how was it being here in the Bay? I know you like to travel, you go so many places, and you've been doing so many shows. And you were here at Outside Lands, which was amazing to have you here in the Bay Area
That
for.
was a blast, man. It was such a blast. It was such a blast. Outside Lands was awesome. I got to see Chappell Roan for the first time too. I had the greatest honor and the worst honor of playing right after her too, which was, the absolute
Right.
so beautiful to see. It was incredible to see. But I was like, how am I supposed to follow that? What a mess, right? But Chapel was incredible. And, but we got to play, I got to see Post Malone's country set too and hang out with him for the first time too. And he's such a sweet, sweet man. And I finally got to meet him. And I mean, he's just a beautiful person. I had the blast out there. It was a beautiful day. Just a perfect, I mean, the talent was just unreal there. Sturgill Simpson as well. We got to watch, me and Post watched that together. And incredible. What a legend. It was just a beautiful day all around.
Yeah, everyone was so excited for your set. And when you got out there, with your Giants jersey, you could just feel the energy. And it kind of felt like I felt your emotion out there on stage as a lot of other people too. Like, what was that feeling? It kind of just, when you started singing, just opened your mouth and just felt the gratitude from the crowd. But it must have been surreal. Like, not even the amount of people, but
But
just being on that stage and, all the names that you listed of who you were around that weekend.
it was an honor again. I mean, I was so grateful to be, accepted. It was a safe place. It truly was. And a place of so many people gathered together, it was such a safe place. And I feel like we were all just in the same page and it was just all love and support and just safety. It was just beautiful. I can't say anything more highly of it.
Yeah, being in the crowd watching your set, I was like, oh, is he getting emotional? Like I felt it watching it. So I can't
Oh
imagine
yeah.
you being up there feeling that moment.
Goodness gracious. It was a lot of emotions. I was on a high that I've never, you can never explain. No, it was so beautiful.
Hey, the Bay does that to you. So
It
welcome.
sure does.
Definitely. And when you do travel, you're in so many different places. I love that you do make time to kind of see the cities and see the sights of wherever you're at. What were you able to check out while you were here in San Francisco?
I didn't get to see too much then because we were just kind of at the festival all day, but I did get a chance last Christmas, around Christmas time. I got to do at Chase, I got to do Christmas tree lighting with Neil Sean from Journey, and I got to sing like Will in the Sky and Lights and Don't Stop Believing with them too. So
Right.
last year I got to kind of ring in a couple days before Christmas in San Francisco, and it was the coolest thing ever, man. It was the best. And being able to sing those songs with some of the guys from Journey was just like, and San Francisco, the home, it
Right.
was at Chase at that too. They gave me a little Golden State Warriors jersey too. It was the coolest thing ever, dude. It was so cool. So I got to see a little bit more of San Francisco back in December, but this time not so much.
So that means we have to have you back in the Bay for another.
Yeah,
I
you
know you're
know it.
getting ready for the UK tour. How's that been getting ready for that and prepping to go overseas?
Well, we're still on the road right now. I'm in Syracuse, about to play this evening. So, I mean, one day at a time, baby. Just cooking, cooking, cooking.
Is there any rituals that you have before you hit the stage that you have to do every night that you're gonna?
Yeah, I try to I try to make sure that of course teas and gurgling some salt waters and always steaming my voice. That's the only way to really get mo moisture in your vocal cords and always getting together with my buds. My theater teacher taught us all the time when I was in theater. We always did like a pinky promise before we go out on stage with everybody. And so me and my crew, for the last few years we still do that. And now all of us have added different little handshake elements to it. And so there's like at the whole all 20 something of us all have to remember 20 different versions of it,
Oh
we
my
all
goodness.
have this together, but a different, sometimes people are doing a rock, paper, scissors into this, or all sorts of cute little things that we've added to kind of all make the promise to each other that everything's going to be okay every night, but also to, have our own one-on-one connections and stuff. And so we always make sure that we keep our foundation real strong and reassure each other all the time.
That's key because you're going to need that with all the different tour
Oh, yeah,
dates that you have
dude.
coming up. So I love it. And, with you being able to be out on tour and connecting with the audience like you do, like that has to be a special moment because not only taking the song from writing it wherever you wrote that song, but then getting to see it out there kind of magnified with the audience and have them connect and sing it back to you has to be a surreal feeling.
It is. I think it's really beautiful because something that was, at the time when it was written was so pertinent to me and specific to me. Um, I think to be able to see that in other crowds, to not only feel like my feelings are validated and my emotions are safe to let out, but to also see that it's helped other people also feel safe and have their safe place too. And we could share this same similar burden or trauma together. We have the same exact, same. We can relate on the same trauma together, and kind of reclaim it as our own in a way, and take ownership of it, and turn it into a place where we can kind of celebrate it together and kind of reclaim our own lives again. It's. I think it's such a beautiful thing, and it's again why I'm emotional every single day with it. It's the most beautiful part of. Well, I don't want to say it's the most beautiful part of the process of making music, but it is. It's definitely up there. You know what I mean? I think of course I don't want to take away from making the music because that's also equally therapeutic, but it's so powerful to see.
And I think now that we've seen you kind of come up through doing covers and now people are covering you. So that's got to be a genuine, like different feeling out the box.
It's so beautiful. It's so great. I mean, I think what's so beautiful about what people do cover songs, like for me coming from covering songs, it was always about like finding ways that I could, of course, pay homage to the song, but like in ways that I think everybody with a song, no matter what you come from when you write the song, people will have their own. It's their own relationship they tie to it, or their own memories that they tie to it, or their own maybe a block of life, maybe just a single summer or a certain week of their life that will always be a part of that song. And so when I hear other people do that song, they kind of put their own reality into what that song is, and it could take a different life or a different meaning altogether. And it's such a beautiful thing to watch people do that and see this have a whole different life that I would have never thought that it would have had, or that I would have never interpreted it as. And so to see it get interpreted in so many ways is such a powerful thing for me to see that people are able to utilize their own way of those words and make it apply to, or I guess it applies to them in some way.
And it all connects differently. And that's the beautiful thing
Yeah,
of what you
it
do.
is.
And yeah. And now, like, I want to talk to you about the song that, oh my goodness, Bad Dreams. It is everywhere. Like, everywhere you're finding it now on like TikTok. People are using it for their videos. And the video itself, the concept behind it, like, I love checking out that video. What was it working, like, going from the writing of the song and then kind of putting it out with the video and seeing it take off the way it is?
Well, I loved writing it. We were in a camp in Palm Springs, and I was talking to my dear friend, mentor, my executive producer, writer, Julian Bunetta, and he's my hero. We're talking about I'd struggled with nightmares for a really long time, and I still do, and wake up sometimes every 30 minutes from nightmares. And I get to this point sometimes where I'm terrified of sleeping and falling asleep, and and then he's like, man, this is the kind of stuff that we should put into a song, we should just take that and put in this song and he's like, you're not the only person going through that, and so I mean, again, it's always such a beautiful thing to have people that can help me put these things and these feelings and these emotions or whatever my life into words. And I think we again we thought it was going to be so special, and we felt like it was super special, and everybody was like, this is going to be something. And there's always some sort of fear at the beginning of like, am I being a little too vulnerable here, and getting a little nervous about it. But when it does cross the line and people start really singing along immediately and loving it and attaching to it, it just gives you this kind of I guess reassurance, that that anxiety is I guess necessary to some degree, but not should never scare you out of saying what you need to say, and I'm grateful to get that reassurance and that I guess that affirmation from people. It's so powerful.
It's definitely the video itself, and then just hearing the song. I mean, your voice is already, I always say, anytime I'm playing Lose Control or any of your songs on the radio, I'm like, he's so smooth. Like, I don't know how you do it. You're just so smooth. But, with this song in particular, it's just a whole different element. So it's that vulnerability
Yeah,
said,
I,
but
I think I think I think the video was such a funny situation too because we did like 2 days and it was like the whole thing was just in green so like I was in a green room and it
yeah.
was like it would be like 10 minutes of like okay you're gonna take 10 steps forward and just look around like you're seeing something you've never seen before and I'd do that like 5 times. It's like okay you're good, we'll call you back in an hour and I'd be like this is such a weird little thing to like a way of filming music video for 2 days. I was just in a green room like okay, I hope this comes out cool, And so I'm glad it looks as beautiful as it does. Yeah. Because it was definitely confusing. Then they strap you into that, I'm falling and I'm in this big old strap situation. And that was a terrifying thing to be suspended. I'm not a heights guy. I mean, I was only like 5 feet off the ground, truly, but it was scary. It was scary. Every time you fall, you think you're not gonna like make the thing to grab. And then I was like, okay, guys, I'm just gonna free fall this time. And then I kept like trying to grab and brace myself. And
Right.
so it took a few takes on that, but it was a big old situation about trust for sure.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you talking with me today on everything you have going on. Is it okay if we play Bad Dreams here in?
Yeah, heck yeah, please
Okay.
play that song.
Yes, I love it. I'm so happy I got a chance to finally tell you in person. I've been following you along for years, it feels like, and like sharing your videos on my group chats with my friends and family. So now to be able to talk to you and just let you know, like, I'm super proud of your evolution and watching. I can't wait to see what's next and wish you all the best. And I appreciate the time.
Thank you so much. You too.